Mes chers compatriotes, vous m'avez porté au second tour de l'élection présidentielle. J'en mesure l'honneur, avec humilité et reconnaissance. Je voudrais vous exprimer à vous, électeurs patriotes français, ma plus profonde gratitude. La première étape qui doit conduire les Français à l'Élysée est franchie. Ce résultat est historique. Il fait reposer sur moi désormais la responsabilité immense de la défense de la nation française, de son unité, de sa sécurité, de sa culture, de sa prospérité et de son indépendance. Il s'interprète également comme un acte de fierté française, celui d'un peuple qui relève la tête, celui d'un peuple sûr de ses valeurs et confiant en l'avenir. Il n'a échappé à aucun Français que le système a cherché par tous les moyens, même les plus contestables, à étouffer le grand débat politique qu'aurait dû être cette élection. Ce grand débat va maintenant enfin avoir lieu. Les Français doivent saisir cette opportunité historique qui s'ouvre, car le grand enjeu de cette élection est la mondialisation sauvage qui met en danger notre civilisation. Les Français ont un choix très simple. Soit nous continuons sur la voie d'une dérégulation totale, sans frontières et sans protection, avec comme conséquence les délocalisations, la concurrence internationale déloyale, l'immigration de masse, la libre circulation des terroristes. Ce règne, c'est celui de l'argent roi. Soit vous choisissez la France, des frontières qui protègent nos emplois, notre pouvoir d'achat, notre sécurité, notre identité nationale. Vous avez donc le choix de l'alternance, la vraie, pas celle qui a vu des gouvernements se succéder sans que rien ne change. Celle que je vous propose, c'est la grande alternance, l'alternance fondamentale qui mettra en place une autre politique, d'autres visages au pouvoir et le renouvellement auquel vous aspirez. Ce n'est évidemment pas avec l'héritier de François Hollande et de tous les échecs de ce quinquennat catastrophique que cette alternance tant attendue viendra. Il est temps désormais de libérer le peuple français, tout le peuple, sans oublier nos compatriotes d'outre-mer qui ont exprimé à mon égard une confiance qui m'honore. Il est temps de libérer le peuple français d'élites arrogantes qui veulent lui dicter sa conduite, car oui, je suis la candidate du peuple. Je lance un appel à tous les patriotes sincères, d'où qu'ils viennent, quelles que soient leurs origines, quel qu'ait été leur parcours et leur vote au premier tour, à me rejoindre. Je les appelle à sortir des querelles périmées, des a priori et des ressentiments, parce qu'il y va de l'intérêt supérieur du pays. C'est l'essentiel, vraiment l'essentiel qui est en jeu, la survie de la France. Je les appelle à l'unité nationale. Derrière notre projet de redressement, nous les accueillerons fraternellement. Le 8 août 1943, le général de Gaulle le rappelait à Casablanca, la grandeur d'un peuple ne procède que de ce peuple. C'est ce principe qui, durant les 1500 ans de son histoire, a façonné la France que nous aimons. C'est ce principe que je mettrai en œuvre. Le rassemblement du peuple français auquel chacun aspire ne peut se faire qu'autour de l'amour de la France. Vive le peuple français, vive la République, vive la France! Allons enfants de la patrie.
Humans, good evening friends. Good evening all the elite dark losers of this new earth. Blessings to all the brave ones. Today's, just a beautiful day like any other. And I feel very inspired to talk about integrity and to talk about Le Pen, Marine Le Pen, a new French president. Just a couple of insights that I already, let's say, have or receive or intend. She will win the French election second round with 68.3% of votes. It'll be over 78% people come out for voting. The Macron or Macaroon or Moron, the guy who's representing elite, cabal, banks, and so-called social democratic agenda to enslave all the world, are basically totally lost their plot. This election will show how far Europe will go. Maybe another 3-4 months after the May the 7th. Yes, she maybe promised referendum for exiting the EU within the first 6 months. So expect it, as Trump did, in a matter of first 100 days. So end of July will be a referendum within the France, and only legal citizens of France will be able to exit on the referendum, like to attend the referendum to exiting the EU. Well, Germany is already preparing her. Merkel's a new announcement today is about putting a tougher borders as they were before the EU, before the Schengen was fully engaged. Croatia, terrible lineup, which is, let's say, so-called part of the EU, without EU dollar, but she's paying, or Croatia is paying all these fees, 1.2 billion euros a year. Can you believe this little country to be part of this biggest scam of all? As well, due to the toughness of the Slovenia and Austria, the borders are so blocked. Czech is so thorough that no illegal aliens can come in. So whoever is telling you that this free flow of illegals are still continue, these countries were blocking it, or at least they start implementing a very heavy check on the borders. So Croatia is pretty much stuck with thousands of illegals who came through Bosnia, Serbia, to be actually returned, or because they cannot be passed into the Europe. The title for today is like this: Marine Le Pen, integrity is not a thing, it is an attitude. So besides all my, let's call it, political observations, I would like to talk more about a spiritual aspect of her being a new president of France, of free France, free from imperialistic oppression of the dark ones. Who doesn't care? You can call them cabal, you can call them bankers, banksters, German fascists or British fascists. So they're all kind of bailing out because they cannot deal with an openness and full integrity that Le Pen Marine is representing. So she's not only representing her party, she's representing basically 100% of enslaved humans within the French borders. And recognizing, being wise enough to recognize early in this stage, to who was the true enemy of the freedom of all the French people. Like Trump is trying to tell you for, let's say, a year and a half now, and 3.5 months in the office, he already raised the awareness of illegal immigrants, that they were doing invasion. So first step is this, to basically physically announce where these new leaders of this new earth are standing. They're standing for full sovereignty of a sovereign state. France, US, soon will be Britain, Ireland, and so on. Many of these mixed bags who are sitting within the EU, hoping that nobody will notice what they're doing, are now pretty much on the surface. Like what Merkel has to do is just to recognize total defeat and let their people, German people, make their own choice. Bring early elections as soon as possible. This is my hard suggestion. It will make a big difference on the easing up the tensions that are cooking now within the Europe. Because NATO is out of the business. NATO is not North Alliance, Transhumanistic Alliance, or whatever the acronym means. It's just there to protect American interests, or the elite American interests, to be able to cook as many wars as possible, to disturb as many sovereign nations into, let's call it, a war zone, or what I did with Yugoslavia, Ukraine, Iraq, Afghanistan, and so on. Time now comes with Trump on the lead seat and Le Pen on the lead seat in Europe, in France as a sovereign country. Nobody was able to diminish its stand since many years. Many years in Europe, that France was recognized as a European capital region. And I feel it will be again very soon. Because this is a new way of bringing a true integrity to people of the France. By what she's saying, this is what she's doing. What she's doing, it's very much connected with every single aspect of a present human suffering in Europe. Where and who's actually causing all these difficulties? It's not people because they don't want to work or they want to, enjoy their weekends. They deserve. People of France deserve, as well anybody else. But this time, is people of France are making their stand. So observe and watch it. Do you want to help it? That's my question to you. Do you want to help to these things go smoothly without stupid riots of against Trump or against Le Pen now, even before she's fully elected? They're already rioting and trying to bring a despair into people's hearts. Don't let it get to you. Take it as a dark stunt, as a like a fake attempt to bring you down into your determined approach that you will have your freedom in a matter of 2 weeks, less, 10 days. So when you're observing just these two candidates, because everybody else dropped off, everybody else who was very, very prominent in the previous elections. All the big parties dropped off. Can you imagine? Le Pen's party has 2 seats in the Parliament of France. The other guy, moron, Philippe, or whatever his name is, has nobody. Yet, all the other parties, the dark ones, the elite ones, are now lining up behind him. Not even this will be able to save them. They will be just over 30% in the total election numbers. So, they'll be forgotten in a matter of weeks. Because everybody will turn towards Trump this way, how he did in the first 100 days and what he brought into American, let's call it this separatistic, the partisan politic. He brought unity, but unity for every single American, not are you for Democrats or are you for Republicans. Same in France. Now, if you're not nationalist, that Le Pen is calling her party, what else you are? You're just a globalist. Nationalism is a very energetically good term because it brings sovereignty for the nation. And it will show people that they can have a sovereignty for themselves individually once when they learn how to obtain sovereignty for their own nation. Without firing Third World War or any kind of other crap that there was. It'll be just done simple through the letter of the law that it's already existing. Only legal people, legal French people can live within France. And the president, Le Pen, she absolutely has full right to say, I don't want to receive any single immigrant until we resolve whatever we have situation within the France. 10 million unemployed, 7 million in poverty and so on. Whatever number. Why would bring more suffering to you people who live within the France? Same for United States. So whoever is doing to oppose this kind of approach, think why they're doing it. What is their agenda behind all of it? Because they simply don't want you free. They don't want you sovereign to choose how you want to live within your own country. This young dude, moron, comes in from nowhere, suddenly becomes assigned a minister of finance or assistant minister of finance in Hollande's cabinet from nowhere. His papa organized these, appointments. Yet planning very fast because the Hollande's party crumbled within 2 years to nothing, to nothingness. So they have to find a solution. Now they have a candidate, who has no party, yet everybody of these old freaks are supporting him, yet has no seats in the parliament. Just watch. Le Pen, not only that she will get a presidential seat, but she will have over 40 seats in the Parliament of France. How? Doesn't matter. People will change their heart. They'll start thinking, okay, I'd rather keep my seat until I get fully evicted by some kind of lawsuit, or, thanks God nobody will discover what I've done with shady deals with weapons, or in Syria or Morocco or so on. You will just see the beautiful times are ahead of us. So if you want to help, just if you want, share these videos around. Find many of us who are talking openly that there is nothing wrong to be nationalist. There's nothing wrong to be a sovereign human. There's nothing wrong to be one who asks for freedom. I can ask for myself, but as well I can ask for my own country. To be free of financial oppression, which goes back to all of my previous kind of talks, that we will have very, very soon a new financial system that will be based on credit, not on debt. And this is where Bitcoin, Ethereum, and any other blockchain smart contracts will bring us into. Smoothly. Just watch and enjoy if you can.